Hi, I'm Craig Shields, and I'm here with my colleague John Perlin. We're at the University of California, Santa Barbara here this afternoon, and we're talking about his book, Let It Shine, the 6,000-Year Story of Solar Energy. John, welcome back.
Thank you.
So let's talk. I think this historic context is valuable for a great number of reasons. It's certainly very interesting.
Well, I think the real value of it is it's a plethora of ideas which we can use today. Because we've forgotten where the sun is. You go, I've tried this everywhere in the United States, walking up to people, do you know where the sun is? And you see by the architecture too. And one of the reasons why we forgot this was because of the panacea that nuclear power was supposed to be.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about that.
So what was being sold in the United States and the rest of the world in the 1950s, when all the suburbs went up, was that nuclear would be too cheap to meter.
Right. But let me ask you this. The 50s were also a time of unbelievable concern about nuclear war. And there were kids, hiding and doing drills where you hid under your desk. And that was the case throughout the majority of the 1950s here in the United States. So it surprises me that the same essential physical phenomena that can make electricity too cheap to meter and are being welcomed at one hand are so terrifying on another.
Well, actually that, I guess we call it terrification, was actually what bred the love for the atom. Eisenhower was requested by his chief of propaganda to level with the American people on how dangerous nuclear war really it is, and the possibilities of a good portion of America being wiped out. And Eisenhower said, oh, we're not going to give this bad news. We're going to give the atom a happy face.
Well, but you are talking to the same generation who just witnessed the destruction of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, so it's not new news.
Well, no, but actually that's part of the love for nuclear power, because you had all these liberal scientists who saw their physics do nothing but maim and destroy, and they said, oh, if we could power the world for nothing, we'll be heroes again. They'll like us again.
I see.
So blindly they became adherents of nuclear power also. So you have this huge interest group, and you also had General Electric, which could make billions on building huge power stations.
Yes.
So you have this confluence of interests. You had the Eisenhower administration for political and foreign policy reasons to love the atom, because we were conducting these terrible tests overhead and how to make people think we were peaceful, the peaceful atom, and it became known as Atoms for Peace.
Yes.
And what's really interesting is just as the solar cell, the first device capable of converting sunlight, enough sunlight, into electricity for useful purposes was discovered, we went on this great binge of Atoms for Peace, and nobody thought of solar for peace. But ironically, it was the military that became the chief supporter of photovoltaics.
Well, that is ironic. Why don't we talk about that right after our break here?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.